Hey, sweetie, I just want to record a little something for you. I'm excitedtated. I know that's another word for the flexionary, but I'm excitedtated about this new certification that I actually have, which basically combines Western psychology with acupuncture. It is called EFT, which means Emotional Freedom Technique, and it is actually revolutionizing both the psychology field as well as the actual medical field. And I'll explain to you why. What has actually happened is in about 25 years ago, Dr. Callahan discovered that the main source of both of our emotional issues as well as some of our recurring physical issues is actually a disturbance in the nervous system. What that means that, for example, if you had a television and there's something wrong with the wire, well, you have a television and you try to stick a wire, or let's say like a hanger or a screwdriver or something like that in it to actually interfere with it electrically, you get that little zzz, and when you look at the screen, of course there's something wrong with the screen. A similar thing happens with our nervous system when we have like some type of trauma or emotional issue, or even like a bad memory or something. It's sort of like that zip that stops the system from flowing properly. Of course, acupuncture has been around for tens and tens of thousands of years, and the premise behind it is that there are certain points called meridians that acupuncturists use, which are actually the end of some of our nervous system points. So, for example, there are points that would actually, if you touch them, they actually send energy down to different organs of your body, or to different parts of your body, or stimulate the brain in some type of way, shape, or form. It actually helps to relieve stress or relieve pain or anxieties or whatever. If you either use the needles, which is actually much more accurate, or if you just use your fingertips, which is good enough, and if you press them enough times, you can actually send energy down to those parts of the body that those meridians or those endings actually attach to. Now, when I'm saying sending energy, what I really mean is just by sending the natural energy that's actually in your body, because, of course, not only are we made up of more than 80–90% water, but we also have an electrical system running through our body, our nervous system. So these points actually, when I'm saying sending energy, is just by touching a point in the nervous system that are called meridians that actually send energy to that part of your body. Nothing kind of like strange or kooky or anything like that. Again, acupuncture and acupressure has been around for tens and tens of thousands of years. So I wanted to not only send you this little video, but also a video telling you about the certification that I actually have. Just a quick introduction to what EFT is, so that you have like an idea of whether this is something that, well, I already know that it is good for you, but it's something that you actually want to utilize as a tool to actually help you to get where you want to go in life. In other words, sometimes we have limitations that we put on ourselves based on what we're told when we're a child or whatever, or something that happens to us, whether it be a traumatic experience or some type of other emotional trauma that we've actually gone through. Or sometimes we'll sit back and have a memory about some type of argument that we actually had with someone else, or some type of a fight, or something that a teacher said to you in third grade that still affects you, or whatever. All of those things are included in the overall picture of what I said in terms of issues that we actually want to get over, so that we can actually then focus on getting where we want to go with our life, whether that be health-wise or career-wise or what have you. The additional thing is that doctors are now coming to the realization that over 75% of our physical recurring ailments, whether that be insomnia, whether that be some type of headache that normally recurs, whether it be stress in our bodies, sometimes the high blood pressure or anxiety attacks, asthma, you name it. a lot of those issues that actually recur, I'm not talking about the first time that it occurs as far as like you cutting yourself by accident. What I'm saying is the issue as far as like diabetes and those types of things that are ongoing in some of our bodies are actually the symptoms of psychological issues that we actually have. In other words, if someone was told that they're going to be just like their father or their mother, who turns out to actually have some type of an issue, whether that be smoking or drinking, or if they have migraine headaches or whatever. Once we start believing that subconsciously, and our subconscious mind take that as true, we actually start then enacting that in our lives. So some of those same symptoms and some of those same issues will start actually showing up in our bodies. The other thing too is that if we're trying to get over something, for example, people who are trying to get over some type of addiction, whether it be to drinking or drugs or smoking or what have you, a lot of times we actually get caught into the same loop of not being able to get over it because of the psychological issue that actually that we all actually have. Now, that is not a character flaw. It's not a character flaw at all. It's actually a psychological issue that that we all have to deal with, that actually helps us get over and get on to where we want to be in our lives, whether it be physically, mentally, or what have you. So EFT is actually opening the door for those things, and because I care about you, I wanted to send you this information so that you have the chance to say, okay, well, this is a tool that you would like to use for yourself and for your family and everything like that, because you have to start with your friends and start with your family when you if you care about them, so that you can actually have, they can actually have tools to do things with that you have. So again, I was so impressed by this that I wanted to go and get certified with it, and so I can actually help others and be a benefit to others as well as myself. So please take a look at this next clip that I actually attached to the email, so that at least you have an introduction, not from me, but from the founder of the system. It's about 4 minutes long, and so it's not something that's really in depth. I don't want you to actually study the whole thing, but I just wanted you to have a quick little view of something that could be extremely beneficial in your life as it is mine. So take a look, and thank you for listening to my long-winded explanation. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.